sharpen your sword cause the time is near. Gotta do it big like Bonnevier. I'm a rock star on a chandelier. Off the walls, yeah, I'm about to go crazy. For the beast, anybody that can tame me.
Okay, so we are still going to be using the L'Oréal Infallible Total Cover in the shade Cocoa. I'm pretty sure it's too warm. So, I'm looking for some items that'll help me out here. Okay, so I have already moisturized, and I'm going to use my AOA Wonder Skin Color Correcting Primer in blue under the foundation. I'm also going to be doing some other steps here. So I moisturize with my grapeseed oil, of course. Now I'm going to use this blue primer. And since the coverage is pretty good on this foundation, I'm not going to conceal just yet, but I'm still going to powder my face. I've got this loose powder from She Makeup. This is the green color correcting powder. And since green neutralizes redness and blue neutralizes oranginess, this should be good for balancing out my face. And I think I'm pretty pleased with this sponge, so I'm going to use the microfiber sponge again today. It really looks like it needs to be something that needs to be done over the foundation, I think, to correct the color. Okay, so I don't think it covered as much as I would have liked this time around. I'm going to go into just a little bit more. So I'm just using this little tiny amount here. I'm just going back over those spots, but mainly my nose, and then that one right there. Okay, so next time I will powder over the foundation, but, well, I can still do that again. I just need to put on my cream stuff first. A color correcting liquid concealer in lavender from Ulta. And I'm going to use the Just Color eye primer. I'm going to use the Juvia's Place in the shade Abby for my contoury blush. We are going to use the Purple Passion by La Femme, my blush today, especially since it's got that bluishness to it. But dude, look at all this fallout. I'm seriously just trying to pick up the fallout and mix more. And of course I'm going to set with my pretty pink powder. And then for the areas where I didn't put my highlight setting powder or my blush, I'm going to go back in with this green powder just to help cool that down a bit. I'm going to slap on some real quick eyeshadow. So I'm going to go into Chocolatier by Coastal Scents. I'm going to take Deep Roast by Coastal Scents, and this Infallible Loose Pigments in the shade Ivy League. Put it right there and right there. Good enough. Okay, I'm going to brush off all of these various powders. Here's my Ben Nye Nutmeg powder, my RCMA No Color powder. Put on some lip gloss. Again, I'm brushing off my powder. I forgot that powder likes to stick. Not the RCMA No Color powder, but that She powder. Whatever. I'm going to use rose water. Okay, and while my rose water is settling, I'll just throw on this highlighter. Whoa! My highlighter just broke! No! Well, this is Brilliant Diamond from Ulta. So this is what we're going with today. I don't know, I think it might have made a little bit of a difference. I'll have to look at pictures to be sure, but I think the color correctors did what they're supposed to do. Now it's time for me to go. I need to drive, so I don't want my face to be wet, so I'm not going to put anything else on before I drive. So I'll just be setting my face when I get to work. We are at 10 hours, and this is how I'm looking. This is not oil, this is sweat. I'm just really sweaty today. I haven't touched up my makeup at all. I didn't put on any setting spray until I think I was at 5 hours when I finally remembered. I did just put on some lip gloss because my lips are dry. This is what we're looking like. I don't know, in this light it looks all right, but in one of the lighting, I looked a little ghosty, and think it was like too light because of the powder, or maybe I just, you know, what is that thing called? Neutralized everything too much and I made myself look a little gray. I'm not sure. So I'm just blotting now because I'm sweaty. So of course, yes, we do have some transfer. But I mean, it's not awful. And I didn't use a mattifying primer today because I used the color correcting primer. So I think this will work, this foundation with the color correctors, but I won't be buying it again, at least not in this shade, because I don't feel like, you know, having to correct any foundations. Okay, well, I'm out. Okay, so we're gonna be using the L'Oréal Infallible Total Cover Foundation again today. Right now I'm moisturizing my face with grapeseed oil. Well, I'm just wearing the foundation for the rest of the week because I have it. I'm not really pleased with the color, even though I think it's an all right foundation. So I'm gonna try it out with some other things and see if those are a go. Like I have the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop in the shade Deep Walnut, which is a little bit too deep, but it's the closest cool shade that I could find, because I also have Deep Rich, which is a little too warm even though it's supposedly cool. And then I have this Deep Walnut, which is a little too deep. But since it is cooler, maybe if I mix these two together, we'll get a good match. So since I'm doing that, I'm not gonna worry about using a color correcting primer. Just use a regular one. I'm just gonna use the Ulta Matte Prime. And if I remember correctly, yeah, both of these foundations are supposed to be full coverage. So I am not going to use concealer until after. Well, I was going to mix this on a palette, but I don't see where my palette went, so I'm just gonna start bouncing my foundation brush all over everything to make sure it's actually mixed. It doesn't get just all saturated in one spot. And I think this combination will probably be all right because the Can't Stop, Won't Stop sometimes when it dries down gets a little gray on me. And if it does, that will counteract the oranginess of the Total Cover, or yeah, Infallible Total Cover. I like the texture of both those together much better than I like this one by itself. This one's this really kind of pasty feeling. It feels more like what I would think a primer would feel like, I guess. Or mattifying primer, I guess. Still wouldn't call either of these full coverage. I'm gonna use my ColourPop No Filter Concealer in Deep Dark 56. Actually, those ones got covered pretty well. It's just that one and then my nose. And I can't see very well down here, so just doing those just in case. Yeah, I think that works. I'm gonna put on some eyeshadow primer. Okay, now I'll put on some highlighting concealer. Here's the Revolution Conceal and Define in the shade C13.5. Okay, so the color combination with this highlighter and these two foundations is subtle, which I've said before about some, and sometimes I don't like it, but for some reason this subtle I really like. So I'm not gonna add any other concealer to lighten it up. Well, I was gonna set my concealer with my Pretty Pink powder. I can't find it. So I do have this brightening one from AOA Studio. This is a peachy-like powder. It's just really light, which is why I don't use it as much as the pink one, because my undertone is closer to pink than peach. And this one also just looks a little white on me because it's so light. But it'll do. Because I don't know where my Pretty Pink powder is. And I could look for it, but I can't be bothered. And I'm gonna put on my contour before I forget. Using the Ben Nye Ebony powder. Okay, let that sit for a moment while I do my eyeshadow. I'm going to go into Olive Wood by Coastal Scents for my base. I'm going to use Fresh Pear for my brow bone. Basically, I'm just laying down a whole bunch of color, and then I'll go and blend it out in a moment. But this is just to make sure that it's, you know, got enough. Okay. Actually, I want a little bit brighter, so I'm gonna throw in some Mellow Yellow, also by Coastal Scents. I'm just wiping off my brush so I don't have anything on there. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to go into Olive, not Olive Wood, just Olive by Coastal Scents. My crease, I'm gonna throw in Mossy from AOA Studios. Okay, now I'm wetting my brush. Whoa, and my face apparently. So I wet my brush. I just use a Set in Stone setting spray for the moment. And I'm going to go into Incognito by Coastal Scents for my lid. Okay, now that I've got that down wet, I'm going to go back over it with dry. I don't know why, but I just feel like that works better than putting an extra primer up there sometimes because it's more of the same color, I guess. Now I'm going back over to Mossy to clean up my crease a little more. It doesn't have to be precise. I don't care about precision. Just want it even-ish. I am going to take, I think this is Balsam. Yes, Balsam by Coastal Scents. And then I'm going to rub that. So there's no clear edges. I want something a little brighter in this area though. I don't know, I'm going to try this. This is Sideline. This is from ColourPop. And I like this because it's the brownie green. Oh, that is not what I wanted, but too late now. I need to use a smaller brush. Go back and fix my Incognito. Because I just wanted a little bit of it to show right here. That kind of does it. Then I'll bring it back on the sides a little bit more too, I guess. And I think that works. Just realized that looks a little heavier than I wanted up here. This is supposed to be more sheer. Okay. Let's brush off this bake. Oh, and I also got a new brush from JB and Eve's. I didn't need another big fan brush since I've got one, but it's pink. And I'm a princess. I'm gonna go into Abby, do a contour blush. I'm gonna go into Lila, and then into Zane. This is my Ben Nye Nutmeg. I'll clean up my brows. On that. Some of the powder out of edges here. Whatever, don't care that much. I did notice it did not blend it as well as I thought it would. Okay, some lip gloss, eyeliner. Okay, now I'm going to use my RCMA No Color Setting Powder. And we're going to use Alien. I'm wiping out my lip gloss. I'm going to use Alien by NYX. And dust off my powder before I put on my lip color. And I think I just used that under highlighter. What is that? Reverse contouring. I should not have done that. That looks a little harsh. And I get more powder in my brows. Make that go away. And today I'm using a new lip thingy. Yes, I said lip thingy because I can't remember lipstick, lip gloss. It's a lip color. It's NYX Candy Slick Glowy Lip Color in the shade Single Serving. Smells nice, feels nice. Don't like the color. I have a navy blue lip color. I don't know who it's by anymore because the label's worn off, but I'm just gonna add that to just... Oh, whoa, that's mascara. I've been looking for my blue mascara. Okay, that is not a navy blue lip color. Now I gotta find something else. There we go. We'll use this NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Moscow. That's a little bit more my style. I wasn't really trying to go for this color, but I didn't like that red. So I'm going to spray with some rose water. Let my face dry. Oh, well, I can put on mascara. I'm gonna use the blue one. Not because it's blue, because it actually doesn't really even show up blue to me, but just because it's better than the powder in my lashes. I'm headed to an appointment. When I'm done with my appointment, if I remember, I'm actually gonna put on black mascara, but it's in my purse somewhere. Spray with a Muse Set in Stone. And that's where, oh no, I want to put on some highlighter. What is with me today? Okay. Well, I still haven't fixed this one. Brilliant Diamond from Ulta. So it's just still sitting out, so I'll just use this again. But I'm definitely going to be fixing this because I really like this one a lot. Okay, now I'm done with my face. I will check in later. Bye. Okay, well, it took longer than it was supposed to at my appointment, so I did not put on any mascara, and my lipstick's already come off a bit. But I have to go to work, so this is what we got. I did use setting spray, but that's it. So I totally flaked on checking in last night, so I just did my base products exactly the same way again today. That means I use the Total Cover Infallible and 312 Cocoa and the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop 22.7 Deep Walnut. And I think this is a pretty good combination. The Can't Stop Won't Stop tends to turn a little bit gray on me when it dries, when it's by itself, but mixed with this one it didn't. And this one is just a little too warm and a little bit too light. And I think the NYX canceled that out. I know I'm a little bit shiny right now, but this is at 14 and a half hours. 14 and a half hours. I have not touched up. I have not blotted. Nothing. I don't know if this would work well enough for summer since right now it's March. But I do think, you know, this is a pretty decent one, especially in the summer. I do tend to blot. So in the summer, you know, I'm probably going to try this combination again. And I'll probably also, you know, up my game when it comes to sealing my face. So I don't know, I really like this, the combination. This by itself, not for me. So I'm not gonna buy this one again because I did look, and as far as I can tell, this is the darkest shade. So no, not gonna happen. But I am gonna use it up since I've got it. And that's the same with the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. I do like this foundation. I also have one shade lighter. One cool shade lighter, but that one's still a little warm too, so I can mix those two, or I can mix these two, because actually I liked this so much that I bought 2 bottles of this one and 2 bottles of the I think it was Deep Rich. So I have, these are good mixing foundations. I think I'll be trying out another new foundation next week. It depends on when I get it. There's a new one that came out from Clean Color, and this one was not available on any of the websites except for the Clean Color website in my shade. And they don't ship to Alaska. Boo! But my sister was in Louisiana, and I had it shipped to her. So she's gonna bring it to me. So we're gonna try those out when I get them. And I'm not sure if I'll be trying out any more new foundations for quite a while, because I have quite a few. I might be testing out different combinations and things like that. But I mean, you really need to go through the foundations I have to find out what the best combinations are for summer. Because in the winter I can get away with a lot more, but in the summer I'm oily and sweaty anyway. During the summer it gets really bad. So I'm gonna try to find what keeps me the most matte without drying me out, and also has the best color match. So that's probably gonna be my goal for the summer, or gearing up into summer. And then also if anything new comes out that I get really excited about, of course I'll get that. But I think I'm done trying to find foundations for a while. That's what I've got for now. Sorry about the rambling, but my makeup's been on for 14 hours, so obviously it's getting pretty late. Time to go, bye.